Alright, week 50, we're getting to the end. We have a 5 involved. Let's send it over to Nick to see what this week's game is. Okay, so this week is My Friend Pedro, which is a game that came out, I do believe, a while ago. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it just came out on Game Pass, and I always thought it was really cool in terms of the videos with its mechanics, and I don't know, shooting off of a frying pan looks super cool, so I figured I would go and play it and see if I enjoy it as much as I enjoy watching the videos of it, so let's find out. My Friend Pedro is a shoot-'em-up video game that was developed by Dead Toast Entertainment and published by Devolver Digital. The game came out for Windows and the Switch on June 20th of 2019, and then Xbox earlier this month on the 5th. It is based on Adobe Flash game that came out in 2014, years and years ago. My Friend Pedro involves the character shooting around, as the shoot-'em-up genre usually does, going through various levels that involve different sorts of fashion controls and mechanics and moves that would be required to go and easily beat the villains and the bad guys throughout each level and avoid any obstacle in the way to get a better score. Reviews for the game were considered generally favorable, and it has been nominated for the Fresh Indie Game at the Game Awards in 2019. Going to send it over to Nick, though, to talk a bit more about the game. Nick? So this week was My Friend Pedro with the subtitle of, I think it's like, Blood, Bullets, Bananas, because, you know, that's how ridiculous this game is. It's ridiculous, but I really enjoyed it. It's something that I've seen little GIFs of it previously because of the cool, like, focus, as the game calls it, jumping mechanics and being able to go and, like, shoot two different people at once and flip in the air and whatnot. And there's some really cool bits inside the game that I'm just like, this is nuts mechanics, and it works in the context of the game, but it is completely ridiculous. I think my favorite thing that I've done was kicking a frying pan up in the air, getting two guards, and then jumping in the air, kicking the frying pan forward even further, and then getting two more guards completely in a, like, bip bip sort of motion, and it was ridiculous. Afterwards, like, whoa, that was so cool. And that's kind of how it feels to play My Friend Pedro. It's kind of just like a compilation of, you can do these super cool moves and how to go and dodge bullets and kick over tables and fly through windows and all these sorts of things that are super, super interesting. There is a plot behind all of it as to why you're going and beating up these people, and there's the little twist that happens at the end, spoiler alert, but there's the little twist that happens at the end that's kind of clear once you get to the, I guess technically next to last level, that it becomes clear that on what the twist is, and you're like, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess this is the path that we're going on, and it was kind of building up to that. But I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was fantastic. It's not the longest thing in the world, but I did enjoy the different levels and the different guns that you can go and choose and everything that had to happen in it. I think it was something that you can go and replay each level, and yeah, you can kind of run through and just go and start kicking people or hitting them with different things. But I think it's interesting enough that you can go and play it different ways and go through it different ways. And even at the end, you unlock the game modifiers, which can go, and if you collect them throughout the game, or afterwards you find out where they are, but you can go and do some kind of ridiculous highlight reels. So, like, check out these cool things I did with this game modifier. And so it kind of adds upon this replayability to go back through the game and try out these different modifiers to see how well you do. Yeah, your scores aren't kept with it because it is kind of like cheat codes for it, but I think it's something that adds variety to the game and makes it unique and fun and really enjoyable, in my opinion. So I think it's a game that definitely people would go and enjoy because I enjoyed it. I shouldn't say people would go enjoy it because I enjoyed it. Not that their decision is based solely on mine, but it is something that I enjoyed, and I would not be surprised if other people had enjoyed it when they played it, or if they go to play it, that they enjoy it as well. It's a lot of fun. The shooting mechanics in it are really unique in terms of the split shooting, sort of aiming. I mean, the slow motion has been done numerous times before. Max Payne's really the first one that really brought slow motion into the video games with slow motion shooting that I know of. Could be wrong, but it's something that I enjoyed, and I did have a lot of fun going and playing this game. So that's all I'm looking for. So who do you think would enjoy a shoot 'em up game like this? I would say anyone that likes shooters would definitely go and enjoy it, and anyone who likes, as weird as it sounds, doing like trick shots in games, because of the different things you can go and do with like the frying pan and the gas cans and the canisters and the different weapons that you have that you can kind of go and make it unique, and with the focus to go and slow down different things. I think there's definitely a lot of variety to go and do. So yeah, people that like in shooters would probably be the people that would really, really enjoy this the most. And as always, do you think you're going to keep playing the game after this week? I might go back and play it a bit more. I mean, there still is like the achievements for like I still have to dodge a bunch of bullets and kick a bunch of people and those sorts of things. But there are the achievements for getting S on every level, which I find to be like nearly impossible. I think I got like 2, and because it was just pretty much running through and not having to worry about shooting anything. So I don't know. I might go and do it, but that's not anything about not enjoying the game. It's just not something achievement-wise whether or not I would want to go back and try it again. So still a fun game, so it is keeping me considering it at that point.